Hi, in this video we're going to look at application initialization override capabilities. So what you're looking at here is a DockShell model, and if you're not familiar with the model itself, it might be a good idea to watch the DockShell introduction videos that are out there. So basically, as I move out of here, we can see that we have a very simple application. If I run this, and when it comes up, you can see that we have a functional LightSwitch application hosted in DockShell, complete with the ability to drag and dock windows and so on and so forth. Okay, so what we'd like to explain is behind the scenes, what gets generated by the T4 templates, which is this file here that's automatically added to your project when you save your DockShell model. And you can see in here that there's some base abstract classes that get defined for you. And these are used as points of override. I shouldn't say overrides, more or less a code extension. So it allows you to write some additional operations around initialization. So for example, if we look at this particular class, we have the following overrides. So we've created a partial class called application initialization extension, which is a partial class that's defined within the actual generated file itself. And as the application is starting up and doing its initialization, it will call the virtual methods, but if you throw this class in there and use the overrides, you have the ability to basically put additional code in beyond the initialization. So as you can see here, we can look at the LightSwitch application. We can get a hold of the aggregate catalog. We can see all the parts that are being that have been built so far, and we can do things in the module initialization, so we can see the configuration and do things with that, the logging service and so forth. And then after the application is initialized, we get a service proxy, so we can look at the MEF container. There's that catalog again, and you can see that because we are using the provider for Telerik, we have the we've had a call through the Telerik provider library, and we have the Telerik catalog registry. In further advanced videos, we'll show you how you can extend the MEF catalog to do things like download asynchronous Silverlight zap files and so forth. So this is an example of a C# situation where you would override initialization for C#. And I'll pause the video and I'll open up a Visual Basic equivalent project and show you how to do the same for VB. Okay, so I'm running a Visual Basic application, so very similar to the C# that we were just looking at. And if we look at the basic code behind, so once again, modeling is exactly the same. The approach around modeling is identical. The code that's generated for a Visual Basic project is VB.NET code. And if you look here, it's very similar to the C#, where it has these abstract classes that are defined and the initialization methods that are there. And here is the same equivalent classes that you would put in to override the initialization for a Visual Basic application. So simply putting that class into your project, you have the ability to get a hold of the application, get a hold of the aggregate catalog that's passed in, and extend it, of course. And then, of course, we have configuration and finally initialization of the actual service proxy itself. So we have the MEF container and we have the navigation service. So there is a how you would override the initialization events, and sorry, not override, but rather extend. So you're not overriding, that you're able to hook and do very specific things on initialization with all of the major core elements that are part of DockShell. So that's this video. Thank you very much. Hopefully it was informative. Cheers.